Hey folks, Wrath coming at you with another Eternal Evolution video. Tons of questions about what some of the builds for the characters were during Twilight. So what I wanted to do was a quick post-summary analysis and character guide on some of the decisions that I made and why they were made. Quick side note, let me know whether you guys like this type of content more or whether you like the free-to-play series. Again, they're both really aimed at giving you some insight into the decision-making process. So whatever you guys feel is more warranted, I'll make more of. But anyway, jumping right into the summoner teams that I decided to put together. And ultimately, I think I could have done a little bit of a better job here preparing for Twilight, losing by 2 minutes. So I could have put Ampu in Surge and Bugmaster to really help speed up the clear on the final boss. I didn't do it simply because I didn't have enough Bugmaster gear to go around. So as a future note to myself, you know, I should probably spend a little bit of time farming the Thundercliff Dragon for some more Bugmaster gear. You'll notice that Dorley is not X30 at the moment, and that is currently going to be probably either like top 2 or top 3 characters that I need to get to that level. Sif, really enjoy her since she's been released. What we've noticed is that Madness is probably best in slot for her if you can get it tempered. So what I could have done a little bit better is either swapped out the Madness set for just a straight up Overload and Sun Signet set for more damage. That probably would have carried a little bit more weight. Sorvely is also a character that I don't have at X30 yet, and I don't think there really is a reason to take her there. If she was, she would have helped with the Ampu explosions a little bit, and then also added an additional layer of healing that probably could have taken me from, you know, taking down 60% of the health closer to like 70 to 80. All right, so switching over to the energy teams, I've got Jaina in a Surge set that is fully tempered. As a note of clarity and something that I could have done better is I could have potentially added some Bugmaster to that. Again, I'm low on Bugmaster gear, and that's why you'll notice that even throughout this editing process, I went double back twice to just check on it. Nord, I'm fairly happy with. You know, he's got a Marauder set with a Hero set. His crit rate does seem a little bit low, but with the commanders that I use, he does get up to 100% crit rate. And so he acts both as a tank and as a damage dealer. And then I know somebody mentioned during my last video about, you know, how do I have Luke geared? There's really one of two ways that I've got him geared, and neither are a crit build. So either a Surge set with Bugmaster gear or a Burst set with some Hero gear. Luke's one of those characters that has limited uses for me. He's not X30, and really the only places that I use him are Twilight and then some PvP scenarios. Switching over to support heroes, Miranda is pretty much almost in every composition that I have across Twilight. And so what I've got her here is an Unleash set with a Zephyr set, really trying to get as much of the ultimates out as possible. Nasrani is one that I could have removed, frankly speaking, and I didn't actually use him anywhere. I could have swapped him up for Fiona. And so instead of using Hunters on stage 7, I could have used Assassins. That would have shaved about a minute and a half of my time. So that's something that I'll definitely do for the future. For Fiona, the way that she's geared is a pure Hawkeye set, really trying to get over 300% accuracy. My boy Rez, the universal unit that I also use almost in every comp, he makes a lot of appearances in Twilight. For him, I've got him in a Blessed set and a Unleash set. Again, I want him to shoot whatever target I select with as much of the recharge for ultimates as possible. And then here's the 3 characters that I've got coming up. So Rebecca does have my best in slot Gluttony and Sun Signet gear for her. You'll notice that each of these has a whole bunch of triple rolls. I'm very happy with how she performs and where she's at. Ultimately, I'd like to get her in an Unleash set. And probably, as you'll notice here, so Ryzeris does have my best in slot Unleash set. And once the new dungeon that allows for tempered Unleashed gear to open up, I'll probably switch to 2. And then Emma, Bay, my very first X30 character, she's also in an Unleashed set, just pure attack. So then here's kind of the differentiator point. I didn't use Assassins, and I think I should have. So that's a point of clarity for next time. In terms of the Vanguards, Leo, I've got him in one of two setups. I've got him in a charge set and then also a surge set with Bugmaster gear. And so I did use the Bugmaster gear on the fourth boss with him, and so that helped. Barog is built similarly, so Bugmaster set with Surge and then Ares as well. And so these were the three characters that I did prioritize to get my Bugmaster gear to help out. I was wondering, all three of those were X30, and Ares really got up to 200 accuracy. And then switching over to tanks, and I think there's either one or two levels every Twilight that require tanks. And what I use is I use a pure Hawkeye set for Pandemonium here, really getting close to or over 300 accuracy. And so I want even some of his basic attacks to trigger the knockdown for additional damage to be taken by the enemies. Wamagon, I've got in a Surge set and a Bugmaster set. I use them on the Vanguard boss. And then Teresh, I've got actually in a pure HP set, or one that would have, I think, done a little bit better, is the crit set with Bugmaster. And so this next part is something that I do recommend for everybody to do, whether you're going to be competing in Twilight or not. And it's really to set up 3 or 4 different teams that you're going to leverage in Twilight so that you can quickly switch characters and their selections between the stages. So for me here, I've got a Twilight Energy team per my last video that I leverage on every other stage outside the mini bosses. And then I've got a Hunter team, a Tank team, an Assassin team, and a Summoner team set up. Hopefully that helps a little bit and provides clarity on some of the decisions that were made. Again, to reiterate, what I do is the day before, I set up my teams in terms of the formations here. I re-gear the characters so that when Twilight starts, I'm raring to go. Hit that like and subscribe, and see you on the next one.